Okay, so my journey of self has been going on for a very long time, but I'll say it officially started last year when Spirit told me to quit my job with literally no plan. And I'm like, are you mad? Are you crazy? And I decided to trust my intuition and what I heard, what I felt, and I did it. Last year, I quit my job. And, well, first, let me explain why or how I got to that point. So, I was working at Aldi as a stalker, and it was a very laborious job. And as the days went on, I was like, if I'm working this hard, I might as well use this effort to do something for myself. And I kept saying, this 9 to 5 lifestyle is not for me. I'm not about to be working here forever. Something has got to give. And so, as I kept saying that or having these thoughts and feelings, I heard, quit your job. No, it was more of a feeling that came to me, and it was like, quit your job. I thought, okay, yeah, I'm going to quit my job, but I need a plan. But the feeling was like, no, do it now. It was like, take a leap, jump, do it. And then that's when I was like, are you mad? You've got to be crazy. You're kidding. No way. But right after I felt that feeling and I had that conversation within, there was a van in front of me. I was sitting in my car when this was happening, and it was like, I don't know the whole number, but it had like a bunch of twos in it consecutively, 2222. And that's the angel number for trusting your intuition. And I'm like, all right, cut the cameras. Y'all gotta be pranking me. What's going on? Yes, last year when I decided to quit my job, that's when my journey of self began. And I consciously started, paying attention, listening, tuning in. Because, you know, everything's essentially out of my control at this point. This is no longer my doing. This is God's plan. And I'm like, all right, I'm listening. I'm paying attention. I will do what you say. Just don't leave me hanging, okay? I'm listening carefully. And it felt like I had an earpiece in. I'm navigating. And I'm the one that's executing, but there's someone else, who knows what's going on. They're my eyes. Like, Neo in the Matrix. I think Morpheus was on the line telling him what to do. Go to that cell phone over there. That's what it felt like. That's what it feels like, because this is still actively happening. The journey is still going on. But anyway, yeah, I quit my job and I've been paying attention to the signs internally and externally. During that time that I wasn't working, I was pouring into myself because that's what I was told to do. I was told to, let go of the past, trust myself, reassure myself, encourage myself. And that time period that I wasn't working was a lot of healing, letting go of old thought patterns that were no longer serving me, letting go of insecurity, doubt, and putting myself first. I had to let go of the people pleasing tendencies and honor how I felt, honor my thoughts, just honor myself. Despite living my life, I hadn't really been honoring myself or being myself, expressing myself. In a previous video, I talked about how I was the passenger in my own car. But since I've taken this leap of faith, I've been learning how to drive my own car. So you can kind of see from my older videos until now how I've kind of changed and shifted. I've been expressing myself a lot more in the way I dress. I feel like I talk a little more confidently. And overall, I feel better about life and myself. There's still areas where I feel uncertain, but because I've taken this leap of faith, I remain faithful. I continue to reassure myself every day. I meditate, I pray, and I play my part. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. When I get a message intuitively that's like, go do that, I go do it. I do hesitate a little bit because I'm like, oh my God. Oh my gosh. What does this mean? Because naturally, we navigate life based on reason. We use our eyes. That's how you're taught, be reasonable. But I'm not a religious person, but I am spiritual. And sometimes, Spirit speaks to me through other forms of religion, if not directly, when my mind and my heart is calm and still. But I wanted to share one of my favorite verses in the Bible that has reassured me a lot in my journey. It is 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14. The person without the Spirit does not accept the things that come from the Spirit of God, but considers them foolishness and cannot understand them because they are discerned only through the Spirit. And that's so reassuring for me because, like I was saying moments ago, that we are taught to be reasonable, use our eyes when, making decisions, navigating life. But God is telling me to do things that don't logically make sense to my human mind. But these things that He are telling me is discerned through my spirit. So this is something that I have to understand intuitively and just trust. I have to have faith. This is not something that the mind will understand. It's for the spirit. And another verse that piggybacks off that is 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 25. For the foolishness of God is wiser than human wisdom, and the weakness of God is stronger than human strength. God knows more than me. God put me here. So, yeah, I'm going to listen. You are wiser, you know what I'm saying? When God wants me to know something, I'm going to know. When God tells me to do something, I'm going to do it. I'm following the plan, all right? I'm trusting the process. I'm going with the flow. I'm recording this video right now because God told me to. Like, I've honestly been feeling reluctant to post about my journey of self because it's so personal to me. But hey, I'm just following my orders. Another thing that I struggled with in my journey of self is feeling like I didn't have a purpose. Because I just go about life. It feels like I'm just floating in the wind. Like, what am I doing here? What am I doing? My friends have their thing, like their passions, what they're pursuing career-wise. and even just passionate about things in general. Me, I feel like there's not one thing that I'm fully invested in. Like, there's a lot of things that light me up, but there's not that one thing that's like, ooh, yes, that's my thing. That's my passion. That's my purpose in life. Even right now, I'm in college and my major is general studies. I used to walk around feeling like I had this hole in my chest. Like, what am I here for? What am I here for? But I'm a different person. I am different. I've known that I was different since I was a child. But when I was younger, that didn't really bother me. Like, I embraced who I was as a child. I was weird and different, and I loved that about myself. But as I got older, things happen, and then self doubt, low self esteem, yada yada yada. Here I am, and now I'm on my journey of self. But I have a lot of great qualities. I'm strong, I'm disciplined, I'm intelligent, I'm courageous, I'm brave, I'm driven. Like, once I set my mind to something, it's happening. And if things don't go my way, it's because divine intervention. Like, once I set my mind to something, it's mine. I'm passionate, I'm kind, I'm caring. I have a lot of great qualities that any person would appreciate. And I felt like, okay, if I have all these great qualities, I can't be here for nothing. I can't be here for nothing. I have to have a purpose. I have to. And I'm just going around like, where is it? Where is my purpose? I don't know how My Little Pony was, like the original My Little Pony, as far as cutie marks, but in My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, ponies would get their cutie mark once they discovered their purpose. So I felt like, where's my mark? What is my mark? I would get no, not I would. I genuinely get excited when I see people with their thing, whether that's music, dancing, math, I don't know, whatever it is, like it feels good when I see people glowing when they're doing that thing, their thing. And I'm like, oh, I can't wait until I find my thing. One day in my biology class, we were in lab and I went to the teacher to get something related to the assignment we were doing. And so she asked me, what are you here for? But the way that she said it implied, like, what am I doing school wise? Like, what's my major? So I told her general studies. And she's like, general studies? What is that? And in my mind, I'm like, how am I supposed to answer that? It's literally exactly what it sounds like. And so I'm like, general studies. And she's like, what? So you're just taking classes just to be taking classes? And I was like, pretty much. That's what it sounds like, right? And she's like, we're here to make money. We're money makers. And I'm like, girl, please just give me the stuff for the assignment. I did not come here for this. And at first, it stung a little bit because I told you I felt like I had this hole in my chest. Like, what am I doing? What is my purpose? But I reassured myself in that moment because, like, who do you think you're talking to? She did like messing with people. Like, she genuinely enjoyed like messing with people in our class. So it stung a little bit, but I did not let that get to me because I told you, like, I am an amazing person and I can't be here for nothing. I can't be. And I know that I have this knowing that I have a purpose, but what it is, I just didn't know. So I felt like that was like a test, and I was supposed to reassure myself of my purpose, or that I have a purpose and who I am and what I'm doing. The reason why I'm taking general, or my major is general studies, is because I genuinely enjoy learning about various things. Like I said, there's not one particular thing that I'm truly set on, and general studies felt perfect for me. And I'm genuinely enjoying myself learning about these various things, and I would love to talk about it maybe in another video. But she talking about we money makers or whatever, and I was doing better than most of the students in that class as a general studies major. I'm doing better than the money makers. I'm just here for fun. Anyway, I feel like God has given me a purpose. Or I already knew, but I just didn't accept it. Or it didn't make sense to me. And I still am kind of like wavy or iffy. Like, is this really it? Is this really it? Like, this can't be it. But I feel like my purpose is just to be myself. Like I said, I'm different. I am different. Maybe like I have some ideas career-wise that I know, like, oh yes, this is what I want to do. But I cannot reveal that right now. But the connection to that thing is recording myself. So I have to do this. I have to be myself in order for me to do this thing that I really want to do. So this is me showing up as myself, as my God-given purpose. No, for my God-given purpose, I'm showing up here as myself. Maybe through my story, I am supposed to inspire others. I don't even feel like it's maybe, because what else? What else am I? What else? What else? See, it does sound crazy. Like, what do you mean your purpose is just to be yourself? You need to go get a job and, work. You need to find a career, a real career. I don't know. See, that's why I was like, no, this can't be it. But there's so many signs and so many confirmations in my life that keeps pointing to, like, just be yourself, just be yourself. That it has to be it. There's nothing else. So here I am showing up as myself, my authentic self. Look at this. This is a journal entry from last year. The universe has pointed me in the direction of YouTube creation. I need to be true to myself, know my worth, and stand on business. The universe has placed me in situations that are strengthening my character, defining my sense of self, and reassuring me of my life's purpose. I must create content that I feel comfortable and feel moved to create, and it must be done with love. July 26, 2024. Like I said, I've been on this journey for a long time, but the ball started moving. when I quit my job. God also told me to post videos every day. So that's what I've been doing on TikTok. So if you want to follow me there or check out my videos, please go ahead. But in all seriousness, like this journey of faith, it was not easy. Is not easy. Like, you really have to know yourself. Like, inside and out. Because there's like a lot of energy. And you have to know what energy is yours, what energy is not, what energy is coming from source, and what energies are coming from your external environment. In the process, I eliminated social media for a while to clear my mind and my spirit. So it was just me and spirit, me and God. No distractions. I eliminated distractions. Like, you will feel crazy sometimes, but it is important to reassure yourself and trust the process. Trust yourself. Trust your God, your source, your spirit. You have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, because it is uncomfortable. But I'm grateful to be where I am right now. I've been showing up for myself every day for the last 2 months. This will be the 3rd month. At the end of November, this will be my 3rd month of consistently showing up for myself. And I am grateful to be where I am right now. And I trust the process. I don't know God's plan entirely, but I just make sure I play my part and express gratitude, like, every day for where you are, your situations, your circumstances, who you are, where you will be, even the little things. You know, I think that's it for as far as I want to talk about right now. I'm pretty sure I'll expand more on this later because the journey is still going. I didn't want to talk about my past because I felt like that doesn't even have anything to do with me right now. Like, that was a me that needed to exist to get me to where I am now. And I'm grateful to that version of myself, but it is no longer who I am. And I am consciously making the decision to heal and move forward and embrace who I am right now. So this is my story. This is my journey. Not that. This right here. This is my beginning. This is my new beginning. But yes, thank you for watching. I hope this video inspires someone to trust their intuition, believe in something greater than you. Just believe in an energy, something that put you here, that has your best interest in mind. Be faithful in something. Believe in yourself. Trust yourself. I hope this video made someone feel just a little more sane in their journey. You know, maybe someone feels a little less alone. But yeah, thank you for watching.